Hello everyone, to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. So moving on from yesterday we built, I built the chassis, and you can see here it works. Ran it in. I gave it a good run in yesterday on the rolling road on a few of things, so I'm going to put that out the way now. So today's job really is to get the hole situated in the base for the motor chassis. I'll have to modify the chassis as well as the base, but I need to get it at the right height. So my main concern at the moment is where these wheel sets will be located, and I'll chance to have to modify these bogies anyway, because they're more than likely going to be in the way, because if I put that, say, roughly centre there, well, it's in the way. So I'm going to have to modify them anyway, but right now it's more to do with their location, height to the rail, in relation to this as well, because obviously these are going to be basically dummies. And they will sit there like that. At least for the time being anyway, while I do this. So I need to get a feel, a measurement, so to speak, of exactly where they're going to be in relation, so that I can modify the motorised chassis accordingly for the track. And I've got my trusty, well, it's not a Dremel, it's a Ryobi, but it's a multi-tool there to help me in what I'm doing. Because I can't really build anything, paint anything until I've got this done, because it's gonna have some major impact as to where everything goes. So yeah, the screws go in that way, luckily. So I'm just going to get those out and put all these other bits away, including the jewels that are used for headlamps, driving lamps, whatever you want to call them. Alright, let's screw that on, those bogies on, and then get a height measurement. bring the chassis over. So this is, as you can see there, it's a suit 4mm track. I might need a longer piece of track. In fact, I definitely do. I'm going to go and get another piece of track. There we go. Fresh back, new piece of track. Got our rolling chassis. We've got our plastic wheel set. Now, that is pretty much, the top of that is pretty much level with that frame, which is good. Worry about the sides being visible, because obviously once this goes on, well, it won't be. But yeah, so time to work on this. So really right now what I need to do is mark up where's center. I can find my rule. There we go. So you got a 155 measurement there. That's about 77.5. Obviously perfectly in line with that. Wheel centers. Actually, I'm going to go for the wheel type from the edge of the wheels. So I'm going to say it's about 45, but I'm going to take it up to about 47 for a bit of clearance. I'd rather be short than be too long out there, because at least I can make it bigger. I can't make it smaller after the event. So I'm just going to put a scratch in there. Scratch, clear the wheel sets, but still leave room for the chassis there. Now it's a case of how wide is that motor and the space I need to give myself, including the wires, of course. But the motor first. So I got the width there. It's just the opening now, which is, it's pretty much square, that motor. Now this is where it's going to get messy. Now luckily for you, I can mute the microphone so you don't have to hear the noise of this cutting disc. I'm going to take it easy. Hopefully we won't have any mistakes, but I am going to take off the bogies now. So this is going to seriously affect the interior, but I'd rather this was all on the interior anyway, and then I can work around it. So muting the microphone for a few moments while I take out the cutting disc. So there's the first square cut out. Just tidy that up a little bit with a knife. Absolutely love that Ryobi multi-tool. Brilliant. Comes in so handy. Just check for dimensions here. It's clearing nicely. So now I just want to come down. I'm just having a look at this. So I know where my wheel sets are. I need to come down and this roughly, I'm just get the tape again. It's about a 10 milli cut that I want to make. But obviously I'm not going too far with this. Time to get that cutter out again. Nicely done. There we go. Just need to cut that out with a knife. It's going to be a lot easier doing it this way. Once I've cleared off this excess, I'm going to take a look, see how much I need to trim. Take a little bit off each end here. Right, so now that's going in. Now that's going to be too tall. Basically, I need to, from this end here, shave off the thickness of this, but not go too far, because obviously I want to keep that distance for the wheel set to go around. While I'm at it, I'm just going to give it a little bit more room here for the mechanism. When I've got the time and it's not glued in position or anything. Fraction more on this side. That looks like it's going to clear it nicely, right? So, Time to get the cutter out again. But I only want to be taking off about that thickness, which in reality is about 2 mil at most. So here we go. Alright, now that I've done that, what I need to do is just widen these up and a mill every set, both sides, maybe mill and a half each side. This should help this part drop in, and then it should rest on those edges there. all you can see there. Used a bit of the chassis there as a bit of a guide as to how far I needed to go. Now obviously the chassis has become quite weak now because of cutting this area out. It doesn't matter too much because as the model's made, it becomes stronger by all of those parts that are being fitted. Just this side, I need that trim out a bit. See how that goes. So as you can see, it's now sitting in lovely, actually. So before I go gluing anything, I'm going to put those bogey wheel sets on. I want to make sure they are going to clear the wheels, that is. At the minute, it looks like they're touching. Let's get the marker out. See the area I want to kind of clear behind that. In there. Not going that far back, like. I just need to make sure there's an area that the wheel's going to clear. So, or at least the flange. That's more than anything else, the flange. So, I'll just mute the mic while I get the cutter out again. Clean that up and then see how that sits. It's looking good. Shame I'm not making more because I'd have a brilliant template now. That's the second time that's happened this week. I think those blades from the company I've got them from will not be getting purchased again. Well, I'd say we're all good there now on that front, which is probably just as well. Swift blade change. So one last trim with the multi-tool. So for the more astute, you might have seen the chassis taking a bit of a battering, but as I said before, I ain't worried. There's so much strength going to be built up as the model gets built anyway, so I'm not worried at all. And the chassis is going to become a part of that as well. But we need to make sure this is all right, because once this gets glued into position, it's the point of no return then. So I know those wheels have got clearance. Brilliant. Right. Time to move on these bogies and then see what we can do with this. Now obviously, once that's glued in, this is going to become an obstruction. So need to lose the back end. But that's not a problem. There we go, a little bit quicker doing it that way. That's going to work great. I'm so clever, I've put that one in upside down. At the moment, this is all just test fitting anyway. Before final fitting on that motor. Obviously, a lot of things have got to be painted and all that sort of stuff, but this is the... it's no good doing any of that until we know that this is going to work in a way that we want it to work anyway. Where's my track? Well, I'd say that's going to work. So once we know that's fitted, we can hide as much of the interior, like the motor and mechanism, as possible using all of the interior furniture and things like that. What I am going to do though is see if we've got any catching going on. Well, we've got no marks on the chassis, so it looks like that's working. Okay, so I would say we've got to that stage where glue is required. Now, rather ideally, I can line this up really nicely using those bogies. I think we might need a clamp. Help this out a little bit there. A bit of clamp line around, haven't we? Yep. Let's get some glue on this side. Well, you might think, oh, there's a bend in that. Well, yeah, there probably will be until I straighten it up when I'm using the body sides. But this is just to make sure that chassis is fixed good and proper. freaking out worse than seeing a tram going sideways down the track. No, I know plenty of other people have done this before, motorised on loads of other trams. This is something I've thought about for a long time, but you know, it's one of them things that I'm glad I'm getting around to doing now. Sometimes it's, you know, I haven't got the, what do you call it, the skills. I thought I didn't have the skills and things like that in the past. The truth is the skills have always been there. Just needed to do it. And the same goes for you out there. Just honestly, just if you've got an idea, go for it. Try it. If it works, it works. So I'll make sure it's glued down good and proper now. I'm going to take these bogies off, add a bit more glue. So I don't want this thing moving at all once I start painting the body and assembling that interior. It's looking to look great once this is all fitted together. One of the things I'm going to have to modify, and yes, I haven't really looked into it too hard so far, but one of those things is the pantograph, because unlike a lot of the other trams I'm building and doing, I can use scissor pantograph types. Because of the design of this particular model, it's going to have to use the pole pantograph. And obviously I don't want to really use that. It's just, you know, naff. So we're going to have to look into getting a decent pantograph that's going to look right and then forming it away. Trams aren't my thing. Never modelled them before like this anyway. And it's all going to be experimentation for me. If you've got any ideas, please do leave them in the comments or the chat, helping me out. Or if you know something I don't know, because I'm sure you will. I don't know everything. I do appreciate help. In the same way that I hope that this helps some of you. I want to have another check. But please bear in mind, this track is very dirty. Oh, 2 seconds there. I just noticed that the music is gonna quiet. That's better. Let's get back to testing this. Oh, yes. Yes. I just love it when a plan comes together. Well, I was going to leave these off, but I'm not now. The glue's taking a little while to set, so what I want to do is make sure it's permanently lined up. Don't want it setting incorrectly. And as you can see there, that motor unit's just popped straight back out. So best get this lined up again. Can't rush this. We want to do a good job, so let's just get these back in, get them lined up, and get that motor unit clamped in. Okay, let's line that chassis up. Okay, I need that to dry, so let's just take that time. We'll call it a day for today. We've got the chassis sort of pretty much there, and in that way tomorrow we can move on. Now, if you are wondering, I am going to formulate a way, or the plan is to maybe have some metal wheels in, but for the time being I'm going to put some plastic ones in so they can see wheels on those bogies. Obviously I'm going to shave them off and chamfer them, so it still gives the impression of them being used anyway for the time being. But that is for another episode. Right now, that needs to dry. And there's only one way to do that. Time. So thank you for joining me. It's been another good, productive day. All 15 of you have tuned in. And if you're on the playback, leave a comment. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the main channel. We've got videos going up as well. And I will see you tomorrow, I believe, in the next episode.